The author makes a series of explosive claims in revenge, Meghan, Harry and the war between the Windsors. Mr. Bower warned the Duchess of Sussex won't want to appear in court being cross-examined by my barrister as he discussed the prospect of Prince Harry's wife taking legal action over the unofficial biography. Asked by host Christine Lampard during an appearance on ITV's Lorraine, is it deemed a failure in your eyes if they don't try to sue? Mr. Bower, who has also written books on Prime Minister Boris Johnson, former Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn and Prince Charles, said, "First, don't mind if they sue as long as they lose. Harry and Meghan are so jealous that William will be king, they will do anything to destroy his rule. They are evil and not a word that comes out of their mouths should be believed. Who is going to laud their public washing of family dirty laundry that probably wasn't even dirty in the first place until they decided to drag it into the gutter? So far thank goodness they've lost. I think that Meghan if she sues, won't want to appear in court being cross-examined by my barrister, so it's best if she doesn't sue." Asked if he thinks Meghan will read his book, Mr. Bower added, "Of course, she'll read it. I am sure she will, she can't resist." The acid-pen biographer said he decided to write the royal biography after Meghan and Harry's Oprah Winfrey interview. Mr. Bower described the relationship between the Sussexes and the royal family as very toxic since Megxit in their interview with the U.S. talk show host. He said, "I think they do their best, the Windsors, Prince Charles and the Queen, to keep it cool, but it's impossible, especially with Harry's memoir about to come out, but ever since Meghan left Britain then did the Oprah Winfrey interview it's been really poisonous. It's almost laughable. Megxie goes to court to defend herself from a slander case that Samantha has brought against her and uses the defense my perception. Well, that goes two ways. I suggest, if in the unlikely event that Meghan wins that Tom Bower uses the same defense my perception. Fight fire with fire. Oh, wait. He won't need to because he's actually telling the truth and not his own version of it." Harry and Meghan quit royal duties in March 2020 and moved across the pond. The Sussexes are now living in California with their two children Archie and Lilibet. They sat down with Oprah in March 2021 for their interview which saw them make astonishing claims about the monarchy. And Harry's Bombshell tell-all book about his life is due out later this year. The couple recently returned to Britain with their children for the first time since Megxit for the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. But in his book, Mr. Bower claims the Sussexes were left furious that Buckingham Palace refused all of their demands for a prominent role at the festivities. Despite what he may have done and whether we like it or not, Andrew was never found guilty in a court of law, and in law he is innocent until proven guilty. He has never ever attacked his family in public or tried to bring them down, and has never sold his soul for dollars. However, Harry and his toxic wife have, and they did it on global TV and blatantly told lie after lie and then continued to lie. Not only that, but they have tried to deceive the RF, especially the Queen, by wearing hidden mics and no doubt cameras to get content for Netflix. That kind of deceit is unforgivable. They have also put this country down time and time again. For their treacherous behavior, they do need to have every single title removed and let them make their own way in the world as plain Mr. and Mrs. Let them work for a living like the rest of us. Since when has she ever taken advice, which is why her reputation as a pathological liar and opportunist has plummeted to an all-time low. I am so looking forward to this legal case with Pinocchio on the witness stand. Don't bother with the oath of truth, she'll carry on with her normal load of word salad speeches, signed statements, and a whole barrage of untruths. Has anybody actually seen the two children together, and what about rumors that they are both surrogates? Is any of it true? There are so many questions about Sussex. She is like a black widow spider. She has drawn him into her web. A man with allegedly has mental health issues. She is the total opposite of his mother. The judicial system needs to be fair and treat everybody the same, including members of the RF. We have already seen Markle let off for lying in a court of law. If it had been an ordinary person without a royal title, then they would have had the book thrown at them for perjury and contempt of court. I would like to see her get her comeuppance once and for all. For all those still saying why doesn't the Queen remove the titles of Harry and Andrew, the Queen currently does not have the power to remove titles. However, a bill is currently going through Parliament to give her the power to do so. Here are the details: a bill to give the monarch powers to remove titles, to provide that such removals can be done by the monarch on their own initiative or following a recommendation of a joint committee of Parliament, and for connected purposes. Sponsor, Rachel Maskell, Labour. The Queen as a constitutional monarch does not have the power to make law or deliver justice. When she opens Parliament, it is a ceremonial role only. She reads what has been written by the Prime Minister on behalf of our elected government. I do not know why people continually berate the Queen about doing things she has no power to do. Complaints about slavery, colonialism and asking for apologies she is not authorized to make. Regress of her personal wishes. Only our elected government is responsible for policy, law and justice. If people want apologies or whatever, they should write to our government. The one we elected had nothing to do with the Queen or any members of the RF representing her. Meghan knows the game is up. If she doesn't sue, then it is a private acknowledgement that the contents of the book are true, and if she does sue, then the world will look forward to Tom Bower's barrister crucifying her in long and detailed cross-examination. Either way, she loses and the Sussex brand will be in tatters. It's already in decline. This book just adds to HM's inevitable failure to make it on its own. The little I've seen on SMTB seems very fair tbh. Emo, she's a great cow whose jealousy of a truly beautiful English Rose Duchess is off the charts and keeps her awake at night. That's why she sent out her minions with the hash yesterday to try and embarrass WC. Meghan will never be able to compete with Kate, ever. It's almost laughable. Megxie goes to court to defend herself from a slander case that Samantha has brought against her and uses the defense my perception. Well, that goes two ways. I suggest, if in the unlikely event that Meghan wins, that Tom Bower uses the same defense my perception. Fight fire with fire. Oh, wait. He won't need to, because he's actually telling the truth and not his own version of it. Oh please 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 do sue. We need something to warm up the coming winter, and Markle being cross-examined in the witness box under oath gives my goosebumps. Don't forget what happened to Jeffrey Archer when he told porkies in a libel trial, and Meghan would suit little arrows on her outfit. Go ahead. Tom Bower has written about bigger people than her. It's Harry who is the catch, and how he's changed since meeting me. He has every word and syllable signed by the truth teller, witnessed by lawyers, and has covered all bases. He said it was hard to get many to talk because she had got to them first, and Tom describes them as her victims. You see, if it's not true and can prove it's not true, as she has been caught out in so many lies, it will be interesting what she would sue him for. The truth is not slander. I watched an interview with him. He said there was not one thing that wasn't triple-checked. He said that everything could be proved more than once. He never took any information at face value but went intentionally to prove at every level what he was told, then provided everything to the lawyers who pored over everything for weeks. He was very confident that he could prove every word. Most of the people involved were willing to state in court the information, including that chap from the magazine who tried to backpedal as soon as he saw it in print. Again, Tom could prove he said what he said was true and correct, but could also prove it if it came to that. Me again won't be suing.